She ain't got no money in the bank.
What is going on, guys? Jack here, and I'm back with episode 3 of West Ham Weekly. And today, this episode is not talking about the end of the season. It is talking about the managerial merry-go-round we have been going on. That has been going on, should I say, at West Ham. Unfortunately, for some fans, and obviously some fans are delighted, Sam Allardyce has left the club after 4 years in charge, after a 2-0 defeat to Newcastle at the end of the season. And I'm going to talk about what I feel about the matter, how some other people feel, and basically updates on what's going to happen with the new manager situation, and maybe some bits news popping up. But just want to talk about Sam Allardyce. First of all, I want to say it was always coming this season. I thought he wasn't going to get his contract renewed. He did what he was brought to the club to do, though, in my opinion. He established us as a Premier League club, and he wasn't the right man to take us forward, unfortunately. We was in a very dark place when we got relegated under Avram Grant. That was a terrible season for us. And he come in and he done what was expected of him. He got us promoted first time of asking back into the championship, back into the Premier League from the Championship, should I say. And he established us as a Premier League club. Obviously, we've done it a bit sloppily, but we are established as a Premier League club now, in my opinion. The owners were correct to sack him because we want to go forward as a club, and Allardyce just simply wasn't the man to do that. He's a great manager if you want to be established as a Premier League club. He will keep you. He will give you security. We don't want security anymore. We are past that stage. We want to be a team challenging for European football, which we have obviously got this season, but due to the Fair Play League. Sam won 2 Manager of the Month awards at West Ham United in February 2014, if you remember that run, where we strung together a few wins that actually did help us beat the drop that season, last season ago. And also won it in October 2014 when we had that fantastic run where we did end up by Christmas in the top 4, which was just incredible when you look at it. It really was. He got us promoted, like I said, back into Premier League first time of asking. His tactics weren't negatives, and it did hurt us on occasions, but like I said, he got the job done when it was needed of him. But like I said, going forward, it's never going to work. His tactics are never going to work going forward, because if you sit back and try and defend instead of attacking, attack is the best form of defence, in my opinion, and that is honestly what I believe in. And it proved it this season. We sat back after taking leads and we dropped points against Tottenham, Manchester United, Everton. The list goes on. We've dropped so many last-minute goals, which is it's unacceptable. It is. He was successful, but 3 wins in 21 games is unacceptable. Like I said, we could have easily finished in the top 8 this season after the start we had. We had an incredible start. But it is. He's gone now, and now he's gone. Maybe Zurate and Maiga can come back, and they have their time to shine. Obviously, I didn't get a chance under Allardyce, but we have to wait and see what the future holds for them. Obviously, what manager will come into the club and what he will do. But obviously, Sam's record was 181 games for the club, winning 69 of them, drawing 45 and losing 67 with a 38.12% win rate, which is not a bad win ratio in my opinion. He was a good manager at West Ham, and that come via westhamworld.co.uk if you want to go check that out. Bookie's favourite now to go to Sunderland, that come from West Ham Central. Obviously, Dick Advocat didn't fancy the job. He wasn't promised the funds, so Allardyce is going to come in. He's going to have hardly any funds to work with, and that's going to be interesting to see. But overall, like I said, my general feeling towards Allardyce is he was a good servant to the club. His tactics were negative. In a way, I'm happy he's gone, but I do wish him all the best. So I think now we can go forward as a football club, and I don't think there's no bad feelings between West Ham United and Sam Allardyce. Maybe between the owners, but I think he did what was asked of him. Moving on now to the search for a new manager. Now, half of these are coming from tweets here, guys, so this is all from reports that some of the big West Ham accounts have got onto, and I'm deciding to just throw it out there now in this video if you guys haven't seen them. So, Mirror Football did report that Marcelo Bielsa, I don't know how to say his name, but he wants the West Ham job. He's keen on the West Ham job. This was as of a couple of days ago, a few days. It's ever so changing because it's the end of the season. They're going to sit down with their chairmans and the deal might be reached. But, I think he'll be a good manager for us. He's an exciting manager, and that's what I said. I want to play exciting football next season. I really do. But an update from the Telegraph Sport, and obviously West Ham United Football Club news, WHUFC_news. Club will pay big money for a new manager to come in. So that means we are being optimistic. We want a good manager to come into the club and do a job. Obviously, off the top of our heads, we've been linked with the likes of Ancelotti. Obviously, that's optimistic, but it could happen. You never know. You never know if you don't try. Jurgen Klopp, again, optimistic. Probably won't happen. Rafa, maybe more likely to happen, but he's been linked with a Real Madrid job, so it probably won't happen. If Real Madrid come knocking, you're going to take the Real Madrid job. Obviously, Murray, the one who just with Sevilla, one who just won Europa League. He's been linked. We've got some big names linked with us, and even Brendan Rodgers. If Klopp comes in and takes the Liverpool job, we just have to wait and see. But that's good to see. Obviously, Ancelotti, optimistic chance for us. Obviously, the optimistic offer for us. He's taken a year out of football, so don't blame him. He's coming out of a big stressful job at Real Madrid. Club want Moyes and Klopp. But Moyes is not interested in the West Ham job. So, again, he might take some convincing, but I think he's actually come out and said he wants to stay at Sociedad for at least another year. Murray is a target, but Milan want him. And also, he's now in the Europa Champions League with Sevilla because they did win the Europa League, obviously, last night or the night before. So, again, that's going to be difficult to get him into the club, but, he's a good manager. Rodgers on the radar if sacked, like I said. Again, I wouldn't mind having Brendan Rodgers in. I wouldn't even mind having Gary Monk into the club. Again, managers that play attacking football. Gary Monk is a bit more of a gamble because obviously he's young, and we have to see how he does with another season with Swansea. In my opinion, the club will take at least 3 weeks or more to make a decision on the managerial crisis. Well, not a crisis, the managerial job that we want to get done. And Terry Wesley will take temporary control of the club. Again, that comes from WHUFC_news. Coming from West Ham transfers, that Zarai is training in Argentina with obviously his old club that did come from Vélez Salas something. That come from West Ham transfers. I got that from, and he's not happy about Sam Allardyce, obviously. And I agree with transfers. I think Zarai. There's a lot of mixed opinions on Mauro Zarai about his attitude and all that, but I seem to agree with transfers. I think Zarai is an exciting player and definitely adds something to the West Ham team, and I wouldn't mind him staying at the club. I'd keep him over Nolan any day of the week. David Gold also confirms that Zarai and Mario Miega will be back for pre-season training with the club, so it's good to see that they're coming back. And again, I think Miega could do well under a new manager. He can't play up front on his own, and what do you know? We like playing two up front now, so it might work. You never know. Bisa has rejected Sampdoria for West Ham. That come from the Mirror and also come from West Ham transfers. But Central has just come out saying West Ham_Central, saying that Bisa, this is reports saying that Bisa has agreed a deal to stay on at Marseille. So again, it's all reports are coming out everywhere. It'd be a massive loss if we can't get him. There's still definitely other options on the market, but again, he's one that I think most people would like to have into the club. Bisla. I'll be happy for him to come in, but we have to wait and see. Southern wants Bisla too, and that comes from WHUFC news. And Rafa confirms he's leaving Napoli. Also come from WHUFC_news, and again coming from WHUFC_news is that Ian Hendon, obviously our former part of the backroom staff, obviously with Sam Allardyce and all that. He's become the Leyton Orient manager. So congratulations to him, and I do wish him all the best on his adventures. Orient, obviously, not a big team like West Ham. They think they will be one day. I can't see it happening in all honesty. Moving on though, Demba Ba backs Bilic to West Ham. He thinks Bilic is a perfect fit for West Ham. That also comes from West Ham transfers, and also come from West Ham transfers is that Laudrup would appear to be interested in returning to the Barclays Premier League with West Ham United. Now that'd be an interesting one. I would like Laudrup as a manager. I think he's a good manager, and I wouldn't mind him coming here. Moving on though to WHUFC_news, reports say that Klopp is interested in Liverpool and Ancelotti. So if they both go to Liverpool, that means that a certain Brendan Rodgers will be out of a job, which means maybe we can approach him and get into the team. I would not say no to Brendan Rodgers joining West Ham United. That's just my opinion. I think he'd be a good one to come to the club and do the job. He's a positive manager, in my opinion. Liverpool, might be too big of a club for him. I think if he comes to West Ham, he's given the funds to work with. I'd take him, definitely. I think he's a good manager. And Cole Nene have been released. This comes from all the big accounts, but I've just chose West Ham transfers for this one. And also, it looks like UC and Demel are expected to follow, so losing them. Literally, guys, just as I finished recording, we did get some breaking news as I was actually doing this recording. And it is that UC Askelainen and Guy Demel, first team players, obviously were in the squad this season, have in fact been released, coming from West Ham transfers. I did get this one off West Ham Central. Again, they all reported it and they've all got it right. So they were saying goodbye to them. Also saying goodbye to Dan Potts and a host of other young youth players, developmental stars leaving the club. And it's not come as a surprise because the club also we've been lacking good academy footballers for quite some time now. So I think now it really does start a new era. We've got the Deadwood out, and hopefully now we can have a successful new season. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. One more thing I have to say, though, is that West Ham have officially been announced in the first round of qualifying for the Europa League. So congratulations to the club. That was due to coming first, top of the the Fair Play League. Very well played, beating the likes of Liverpool and Everton to that top spot. And that does mean that West Ham season does start 5 weeks earlier than usual, but it also means that we can spend our summer up at the bowling ground watching them qualify. So hopefully it will be a great occasion for West Ham United Football Club, and also a great occasion for everyone involved. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you do like it, guys, if you are enjoying West Ham Weekly. As always, if you are new around here, it only takes a couple seconds out of your day to hit that subscribe button too. I would really appreciate it. And guys, come on, you Irons. Let's go.